Hello and welcome to the Eighth Wonder. So why the Eighth Wonder? Well, the name was inspired by none other than the great physicist Albert Einstein, who once said that compound interest is the eighth wonder of the world. He who understands it earns it. He who doesn't pays it. So what is compound interest? It is the interest earned on principal amount plus interest from previous periods. Simply put, it is interest earned on interest. To illustrate how it works, I'd like to share a story. So the story goes that there once was a king who loved playing the game of chess, so much so that he felt like rewarding the man who invented the game. He had the man come to his palace and express to him his love for the game. He then asked him what he would like as a reward for creating such a beautiful game. This man told the king that he didn't want anything grand. He only asked that he be given rice on a chessboard with one grain on the first square and double the amount on all subsequent squares. When the king heard this, he was offended and told him that he was more than capable of giving him gold, silver, diamonds, or whatever valuables he could think of. But this man did not want any of those things. All he asked for was his humble rice. The king eventually relented and asked his servants to prepare the rice. A few days later, the servants came to the king and told him that they had a problem. "We thought this man was a weakling," they said, "but he's very intelligent, and no one can give the amount of rice he has requested." Now you might ask yourself, how's that possible? This is where the magic of compound interest comes into play. So a chessboard has a total of 64 squares, which means you'd have one grain on the first square, and then 2, then 4, then 8, then 16, then 32, all the way until you reach the 64th square. By the time you get there, the amount of rice accumulated on the chessboard is mind-blowing. I actually had to Google how to pronounce the number correctly. Ready for the number? 18 quintillion, 446 quadrillion, 744 trillion, 73 billion, 709 million, 551,615. That right there is the power of compound interest, or the compound effect as some may call it. With every square on the board, the number of grain doubles. Pretty simple, but very powerful. To further illustrate this principle, here's an analogy. Suppose someone offered to give you money and you had to choose one of two options. The first one would be 100 Rand every day for 30 days. And the second would be 10 cents on the first day, which would double every day for the same period of time. Which option would you choose? Let's say you took the 100 Rand deal and you had a friend that picked a 10-cent deal. Your deal looks like a no-brainer, right? I mean, on the first day, you'd have 100 Rand and your friend would have a meager 10 cents. But here is where it gets interesting. On the 15th day, you would have 1,500 Rand, and your friend, on the other hand, would have 1,638 Rand 30 cents. This is obviously more than what you would have. But what about on the 30th day? Well, you would have a total of 3,000 Rand, while your friend would have a staggering 53,687,091 Rand 20 cents. All because of the magic of compound interest. Still shocked? Here's how it works. Your 100 Rand will be earning the same amount every day, thus growing at a linear rate which is very slow, while your friend's 10 cents would double, then that amount would double the next day. This will continue to happen until the 30th day, thus growing your friend's money at an exponential rate. This is known as the snowball effect, where it is compared to a snowball rolling down a hill. It starts out small, but as it continues down the hill, it picks up more snow and gets bigger and bigger, and at the same time also picks up speed, so its growth is accelerated. What we can learn from this is that by small and simple things, great things are brought to pass. From that 10 cents, 53 million was generated. So we don't need to have a lot at the beginning for us to start seeing growth, but rather we need to stay consistent, and with time, we'll begin to see the fruits of our labors. Speaking about time, it is important to note that time is a very important element in gaining compound interest. The longer you are invested, the more time you have for growth. That being said, a good interest rate will increase the rate of acceleration you will get on your investment. Going back to the snowball analogy, the longer and steeper the side of the hill is, the bigger the snowball can get. Meaning, the earlier you start investing, the better your chances of growth will be, because you will have more time for your investment to compound. Most people will generate more than 70% of their wealth after the age of 50. But if one starts earlier, that can come sooner, and the growth can be much bigger. This is what Albert Einstein meant when he said that those who understand the principle of compound interest would earn it. For the next few weeks, I'll be doing a video series exploring what vehicles can be used in order to start earning compound interest. I'll be looking at how they work and what you need in order to get started on them. So if you are interested in learning what those are, go ahead and subscribe to the channel, and while you're at it, click on the notification bell so you get notified each time I upload a new video. If you enjoyed the video or have learned something new, then please leave a like and share the video with a friend so they can also like and share, and thus we can start generating some compound interest on this video. Thanks for watching. Hope to see you on the next video where we discuss how to make compound interest your best interest. Until then, stay invested.